that song was called So Insane by a little band called Discovery. Actually, side project of Rostrum something from Vampire Weekend.
I was going to say that sounded just like Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, it was. But the singer was Wes something from Rah Rah Riot.
Oh, man, that's really the thing. Cool I love being on this radio show because I'm just exposed to new music. You know, you have such a good taste in music, John. And
Payton.
No, you're enlightening me. Like,
for those who don't know, we have the exact same iTunes library.
We actually share a computer.
Yeah.
We have one computer in the troll hole.
It's a netbook.
Yeah. There's only one rule with it. You can't look up porn on it because it's in the living room, and that's just weird.
Yeah. And it's a 6-inch screen. It doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, it's like using a phone to look at porn, which I wouldn't be surprised if people actually do that.
It's like using a PSP.
Yeah. Speaking of phones, this is something that always gets at us. We were talking the other day about texting and how, if you have like a couple of like passive friends, maybe you read into text like more than you should. So give a good example to me. Like
even with people that, like you said, passive, like if you have friends even that you know really well, and there's some subtlety to the way that they communicate, in text message, that all gets lost. And you can spend so much time sweating over what they're trying to say, but hopefully you're good enough friends where if there is something misinterpreted, it can be easily forgotten, or if anything, discussed.
Yeah.
But when you have a new friend, especially like a new potential romantic interest, I know I've spent hours sweating on the other end of the message.
Yeah.
For one thing, like a false buffer of time, so to say, so it's not like I'm sitting on my phone waiting to respond, but then also sitting there just like, now what does that mean? Like, is she interested? What am I supposed to say?
And let's not even like start talking about like emoticons, because that's a whole nother story. But just
exclamation points. When I don't respond with an exclamation point, and I just feel like, I mean, not everything warrants the exclamation point.
Yeah.
I don't think, I'm reading Shakespeare in my Shakespeare class. He uses them like every 6 pages, and now people use it every sentence.
Yeah, if you were to text me like, I'm coming home, period, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. But if you text me, I'm coming home with an exclamation point, it's like, I'm coming home. It's like, oh, God damn it, John's coming home again.
It sounds like that irregardless of the punctuation, because why would I be sending, I'm coming home to you?
Yeah, I don't know why you would say that. Another thing, like one of my friends does, he always ends with ... And it's like,
no, is even worse.
Oh yeah,
when someone ends with a ... because it's like, was it a mistake? Did they only mean to do one, or are they like, it's implying that there's some?
Are you not? Is this a disconnected thought that you're gonna finish later? And I'm like on the edge of my seat waiting, and I just never get anything. But he literally ends every text with it. I don't know. It's like his signature on his phone, I'm sure, or something. What about like my ex-girlfriend? We had like a really immature relationship where we could get in fights purely based on texting. Like if she was mad at me and then she said K, just the letter K instead of saying okay spelt out, that was her way of saying like I'm pissed off. And it was like her like subtle and like passive aggressive way of being mad at me, but like it was so well established that like I knew instantly, and she knew I knew, and it was like, what's the point? Like, why don't we just fight in person?
I don't know. I wish that people could be honest enough with each other not to rely on text messaging to communicate, these big ideas. I think that, that should be reserved for speaking person to person, or if anything.
All right, well, this next song, we're going to go New Pornographers, my favorite band. The song's called
Loose translation.